My name is Mal Anderson. I'm a homeborn baby in Delran, and I'm currently the president. I've been for 10 years, and I wouldn't have been the president at all if it wasn't for the great staff that I have and the backing of the Township Council and the freeholders to get the society off the ground. We're only 11 years old, and we expect to be in business for a long time, and we've done wonders. We're so happy to be able to receive an award, and we're going to keep trying. I'm extremely excited, and I've always been. I love local history, and I've collected Delran memorabilia, and at one juncture I was the chief in the fire department, and I always enjoyed collecting history and memorabilia that was attributed to the fire department, most especially Delran though, and that's one of the reasons that I was involved originally with getting this group off the ground. And I'm so happy that I have this group, and if I may, I could introduce everyone. Our vice president is P.J. Buzzy, and our secretary is Renee Brizzi. This is my wonderful wife, Nancy, who is the treasurer. And we have two trustees, Karen Ruza on my right, and Diane Dudek on my left. And sadly, my brother is a trustee also, but he's under the weather and couldn't be here today. And thank heaven for our backing from the political groups too, especially our president of council, Gary Catronbone, and also county freeholder Dan O'Connell. They've done such a good job in supporting us over the years, and the general concept of helping Delran out is more enjoyment to me than you can imagine. I'm so happy that they see it in a light that helps us.
You've been a great president too.
Yes.
Well, we have monthly board meetings of our board of directors, which is 7 members, and we have one extra that's invited all the time from the general membership. We discussed what we could do. I think maybe it's been, 2 years ago that we started talking about it, and through our board meetings we developed certain scenarios that we could present to the general public in Delran, and also anybody else that wished to come from outside of Delran. That's one of our jobs, is to educate the public in general. We're a 501c3, and that's one of our charges that we must give to we have to give to the general population and educate, things like that. And so as we talked about what we would do, various members took on certain aspects of the project, and this project was to be all about Delran and its past history, and presented to the public in a format that would individualize some local businesses and government entities, things like that, over the life of Delran's history, which of course Delran was founded in February of 1880 when Cinnaminson Township was divided in half. Anyway, as time went on developing this project, the members who had taken on certain aspects of the project refined their presentation, and we found suitable housing in the municipal building to make the presentation through the graciousness of our council president, Gary Catronbone, here with his black suit on. And we were very happy for that, and we developed a plan, the layout, things like that, and we selected a date and we went ahead. And that's pretty much how the project came about. Yeah, we had various displays of things pertinent to Delran's history. We had old businesses, pictures of them, that some of the businesses were defunct and they weren't in business anymore. We had a little bit of information, not a little bit, but quite a bit on the fire department and its history. And there were just various aspects of the town that we thought were more important than others that we were able to highlight that day, and that's what we did. And that day, one of the asides to our display was that we engaged an appraiser who lived out of town, quite far actually, and we had to pay him to come and appraise individual items that people brought, and we used it as a fundraiser. I think we charged $5 if I'm correct, and that pretty much broke even what we had to pay the fellow. But it was quite an interesting day actually, and we were very, very happy to do it. In reality, there's not a super lot of interest in history, and we had hoped, and I think some of the other members must agree, that we want to elaborate and bring forward Delran's interesting past. And it's a lot of history that most people, especially the ones that lived here, because years ago this was either a farming community or there were a lot of open spaces, and as time has passed, the land has been purchased by developers, and there's a lot of housing developments, and a lot of people have moved in from out of town and they don't know much about the history. And it's our job as a historical society to educate these people that if they wish to be educated, and we had to create interest and bring people in, things like that. We had advertisement, we had to do advertisement and things that were conducive to getting people to come to learn. I think we had a lot of positive feedback. We did have some people that were interested in joining that day, and subsequently we got some other membership applications, but overall there wasn't a huge interest. I wish the interest was better, but that's one of the things. You have to keep trying, that's all. When you're an organization, we're a public charity basically, and we need people to help us, and we don't want to beg, but we wish we could have more membership, and we need more people so we can enhance our obligation under that title.